Like I said, there's 1,000 different ways to do this haircut. All right, you don't have to do it my way. As long as every hair is the same length on the head, that's all that counts. All right. How many of you have I taught this particular cut to?
Those two.
Several of you have already seen this, and a lot of you have not. Okay, so for you, all right, so what you want to do, and I'm not going to actually physically cut her because this is not my doll, but I'm going to walk through what you do, okay? So what you're going to do is, when they tell you to begin, you're going to put her into 4 sections using a center part. Use the apex again as the division line. That's always your division line for whatever you're doing, okay? It separates the front, the high point of the head is where all the hair is going to fall back to, okay? If it's high up here, it's not going to fall up here because it can't. It's going downhill the rest of the way, right? So use that as your division. So if I set that comb up there, that is going to be my division line for the front and back. And you can see that there is not very much hair there. So when you get to the front, you just about got this cut flipped, all right? If I part her way back here, that's going to mean I've got this big old section, this big old section. See what I'm saying? Use the apex as your division line. It's where the hair is going to fall anyway. I'm going to separate her there. Clip this out of the way. It's got some short hairs there. I'm not trying to be perfect because I know I'm just doing this for her so she can see, get a gist of it. Part it straight down the back. Now, no matter how you do this cut, they don't care how you do it, but you have to start with a guide in the nape, okay? So as I'm sectioning her off, I'm going to automatically, and I'm going to turn this so you all can see, she can stay on the mannequin, on the tripod. I'm going to go ahead and section off about a 1-inch section at the nape, all right? This is a lot shorter than what, of course not. That would be too easy if I had supplies out. I have to stretch. Okay, so we're going to... If you do that, do I bend down and pick that up?
No, just
No.
pick that right under the table.
Just take your foot, you don't want anybody to trip on it, take your foot and just push it over by your kit. Okay? You've got plenty, you should have plenty of clips that you've packed in case that happens. And I'm sure you will drop some. Okay, so now I'm going to take a 1-inch section on this side. And I have her down way too low. And you do want clean partings, guys. I know I'm trying to do this a little rushed because I want to get through the whole thing. Okay, now she doesn't have long hair. Yours kind of does. Yours does too. When you take her in, she's going to be, this doll is really, really short. But when I cut mine, I used the comb and I cut her just inside the inside of this comb. So when it dries to just about 6 1/4. It's perfect, okay? You can take her down to 5 inches, and I would have that plan in mind of where you're going to take her to. So for this doll where she's a lot shorter, I would take the hair at the nape. And remember, the head is round, so it's constantly moving. 90 degrees from right here is right there, but you can see as that goes up, 90 degrees changes, right? Okay, that's the whole idea of this haircut. So what I would do, and I've kind of changed this a little bit, and I'm adding something to it that I think is making it easier for people, so they don't have to go all the way down to that 90, and I'll show you here. So what I'm going to do is, she right now is, this doll is about 3 inches. So I'd have to take 1 inch off of her, right? So I know I can't cut her, but what I'm going to say is I'm going to take her to 2. So I'm going to take this hair in the nape, bring it down, put the comb in there, and cut it off at the 2-inch mark, all right? That is my guide now for the entire haircut. I would then drop it down, connect all of that across. Before I drop the next section, I'm going to go in and take vertical sections right here and take that 90 degrees straight down. If you can see right now, you see the guide hair down there? That hair right there would technically come off, okay? But now I don't have to when I'm doing my sectioning, I don't have to come all the way down to this motion. I can start more in this range because I've already cut that bottom, all right? So you can go all the way across the back, just do vertical sections, pull that straight out, and create guides all along the bottom of this nape section, okay? That's been created. Now what I'll do is I'll go in and we're going to drop a 1/2 inch section on each side of the center part. And literally a 1/2 inch. Why would it, when you're doing your haircuts out there, and a lot of it is based on density, however, for the most part, the head shape changes every inch. So if you've got more than 1 inch of hair, you're over directing. So the hair that's on the outside of that inch is going to be longer, okay? So I'm going to come over here, take a 1/2 inch, and I'm going to have a little mohawk panel straight down the center back. Keep everything that you're not cutting in a clip so that you can show that you have control of this hair. Now all that bottom is cut, I've got guide hair. I'm going to come straight to the top, pull this section of hair up, stick my comb in. I already know that I cut the bottom to 3. I'm going to find 3 and cut the hair. Now I've got guide hair here and guide hair here, right? What you're going to do is start at the bottom. Now I've already lowered it down to that level. I did that first. So now I can come more in this range and use the guide hair from right there. And I'm going to come straight out from where it lives, only cutting to my second knuckle. Why would I not cut past my second knuckle?
Every inch the head shape changes.
It's changing, right. So if I cut all of this hair clear to here, when you let go, this hair up here is going to be longer. It's going to be too long. So cut to your second knuckle, recomb, and walk right on up. If you have to, stick your hand on the head, come straight out from where it lives, take your guide, cut to your second knuckle. Keep walking. When you get to the top, you've already cut this piece. So when you get up here, you're going to see they line straight up. All right? You know you ain't missed a thing there because you created guide hair here and here. Now that whole center section is done. Pick a side. It don't matter which side you want to start with. Just go to one side. So now I'm going to drop a 1 inch section along that back panel, the front side there. And I would go ahead and just run that right on around the hairline, 1 inch all the way down. And I don't know why it's so crunchy, but it is. All the way along the hairline. And now I only have this little tiny bit left in this section right here. Clip that up and out of your way. I would go in underneath the ear, take that piece there, stick my comb in, find the 3, and cut it. Now I've got another guide. You cannot mess up if you're creating guides all through this haircut, all right? Now, I've got guide hair here because I created it, guide hair here because I created it, and guide hair here. All I got to do is connect them, all right? No matter where you start, if you want to take this section out from here, pull straight out from where it lives, find your guide that you just created, cut it, walk it up. You should meet right up with the piece that you cut on the top. If you get, and for some reason I tend to have this problem right in this area, and I'm not sure why, that it gets a little bit shorter right there, okay? So what I will do is if I see that I've gotten shorter, because you can, when you pull that section up, you're going to see your guide hair is a little bit longer, and maybe the center is a little bit shorter. Should I cut that piece? No. No, why not?
You don't think that should right up for the rest of the haircut?
If I cut the piece to match the piece that I just walked up, I just changed the whole haircut. Okay, so if, for instance, I get to the top and this piece is a little bit shorter, adjust your fingers and change the angle a little bit, but do not cut that guide hair. Because when they come to check you, they could measure here, they'll measure here, they'll measure here, they'll measure here, they could measure up here, but the chance of them finding that one little short piece is probably 0. Don't change your guide, okay? If you cut them before you go in there, super easy. All right, so right along the hairline, remember, if you look at this doll head from right here, you can see that when I pull that straight out, that is straight from where it lives. I'm going to find my guide and cut. Change right in this area along the hairline. Pull this, can you see that? Pulling it straight from where it lives and connect it. Right in this area, it should line up with your bottom piece, and just cut it. Now all of the outside matches, all you've got to do is drop this section right here, and I would do 3 pies and walk them up. Okay? 3 little 1-inch pies through there, you got that side completed. Turn to this side and do the same thing. Drop out. At this point, now this whole section's been cut, so I don't need this clip anymore. I just toss it in my trash bag. Okay. Turn to this side, and you're going to do the same thing. Drop 1 inch along this side, and then follow the hairline and drop it out. Reclip this because you're going to cut this here in a minute. And then I've already got guide hair there. I've already got guide hair here. I do need to drop a piece right underneath the ear. Put my comb in, find my 3, and cut it. All right? Then I'm just going to walk it up. From right here, walk this up to my guide hair. I should meet perfectly. It all matches. Same thing here, pulling it straight out. If you have to get that out of your way, just pull it up and move it. Because you want to be focused on just that section that's between your first 2 knuckles. Pulling that straight from where it lives, find your guide, cut it. Here, same thing, straight out from where it lives. It should meet up with that bottom. Now that's cut, you drop this, throw it in the trash. 3 pies right through there. Is this easier than what?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so to me, once you practice it, literally you can do each section in 5 minutes. I'm not kidding. You have to practice though. All right. But now I want you to look at how much hair is left to be cut. That's it. And let me tell you, this front section's super, super easy. So now that's all. I know that it all lines up because I created all those guides. Now I'll take a 1/2 inch section right in the front, reclip this. Take a 1/2 inch section on this side of the part. So I've got the same little mohawk panel that I had in the back, but now I have it in the front. I'm going to drop out this front piece. Now right here, straight out from where it lives is right here and not down here. Okay, so I would pull that straight out from where it lives, set my comb in, find the 3 and cut it. Or for you guys, I would do more like 5. If you cut her just under the 7, when she dries, she's at like 6 1/4, you take her to 5, you take it off your inch, you still have 5 inches for chemicals. It matters because if you try to foil hair that's 3 inches, it can be a bear. So try to save your length for the chemical section, okay? So now I've cut a guide there. Literally, all I've got to do is pull that straight up, find straight out from where it lives, find my guide, cut to my 2nd knuckle. Then the 2nd time, I'm going to take a little piece of the guide hair from the crown, go straight out from where it lives, and line it up. Now, all of this, I know, matches, okay? All you've got left is that. You're going to do the same thing that you did in the back section. You're going to go right around the hairline and drop that out. Drop out this little section above the ear. Look at how much hair is left. Literally 1 pie, maybe 2, okay? Clip, where'd my clip go? There it is. Clip that out of your way. I would probably go right in here just in case they grab that front piece, stick my comb in, cut it to 3, all right? Then you're going to pull this straight up from where it lives. If you have to, like I said, put your hand on there, find your guide, cut to your 2nd knuckle, all the way around the hairline, the same thing, all right? When you get to this part at the ear, you've already got guide hair here because you cut it. You've got another guide hair there. All you've got to do is pull it straight out and cut it, connect it, okay? Drop this clip, do you a couple of pies, walk it up. In this area, boom, that section's done. I mean, it probably wouldn't take you 3 minutes to do that, seriously. But space it out because if you get each one done in 5 minutes, you've got 10 minutes to cross-check. Use every bit of your time. Even if the timer doesn't go off, keep checking. Look through it, and I'll show you how they're going to check it. Same thing on this side. You're going to pull the perimeter out, cut a guide here, connect it all, and do your pies. Cool? We'll do this not next week, but the following week. So if you all want to get a doll, or have a doll that you can cut, we're going to do it just like this. Oh, not, like I said, you don't have to do it